I fix my brakes myself. Yeah, yes, but should I? That's a completely different question. You can do your own brakes. I taught my youngest daughter to do her brakes, but you got to remember, I've been in the automotive industry 25 years on the front line before I started doing this. So I actually know what I'm doing. So I mean, that's the huge difference, right? Um, Being trained, being certified, being aware of everything that's going on in your brake system. And there is so much more going on in your brake system nowadays that you can't even begin to fathom what's going on in there. So let's take off. I mean, you can do your own brakes, but is it worth the risk? Brake repair looks simple, I mean, the people that are doing it online make it look really, really simple. So with a few tools, some parts, and a free weekend, you might think, why not save some money and do it myself? And technically, yes, you can fix your own brakes. But more important question is, should you? Brakes are the single most important safety system on your vehicle. If they fail, there's no second chance. One small mistake can have life-changing consequences. What DIY or do it yourself brake work usually involves, many drivers with basic mechanical skills attempt replacing brake pads, changing rotors, flushing the brake fluid, swapping calipers. While these may seem straightforward, today's brake systems are more complex than ever, and one overlooked step can compromise your stopping power. And modern braking systems leave no room for error. Today's vehicles often feature anti-lock brake systems, ABS, electronic brake force distribution, stability and traction control system, computerized emergency braking assist. This means brake repairs aren't just mechanical, they're electronic, hydraulic, and computer integrated. Incorrect torque spec, skipped bleeding, if you skip fluid bleeding the way you're supposed to, or using the wrong parts can cause reduced braking performance, warning lights, or complete brake failure. I mean, the cost savings myth of do it yourself brakes. Many attempt brake repairs to save money, but do they? I mean, by the time you get the tools, that's huge. Professionally, it's already included. Parts may be low quality or mismatched, whereas the professional automotive repair shop is definitely going to use OEM grade or better, backed by a warranty. Time, 4 to 8 hours, if all goes well, the shop's going to knock it out relatively quickly. Diagnostic, you're guessing. You're if you don't know, you don't know. But a complete digital vehicle inspection or courtesy check is going to make it to where your local automotive repair shop definitely knows what's going on, has done it so many times before, it's not even funny, with the right equipment. And then, of course, they've got the equipment to safety test it. And, they can tell by driving your car when they get done whether it was done properly or not. And then there's just the peace of mind. You think you got it right, versus a shop knowing they got it right. And I'm not going to say shops are perfect by any stretch, but they stand a way greater. Think about this: a shop is not perfect. I've taken stuff to shops and they didn't fix it right the first time, and they're professionals. But you, as an amateur, as a weekend warrior, you're going to be trusting you a lot more than you trust a shop that does it all the time when they don't even get it right all of the time the first time. Think about the idiosyncrasy of that for just a second. I mean, that's huge. And do-it-yourself brake repairs often lead to rework, extra parts, and more cost than having it done right the first time. And then you can't even begin to imagine how many times I have literally had people have their vehicle towed in. They're using their emergency brake to drive it in, and I get to figure out what they did wrong. And the cost factor is huge compared to me just doing it right the first time. And brake symptoms aren't always what they seem. What you think is a simple brake issue might be something deeper. Squealing could be thin pads or warped rotors, sticking calipers, or contaminated surfaces. Vibrations could be rotors or worn suspension components, bad wheel bearings, or tire imbalance. Soft pedal could be air in the brake lines, a failing master cylinder, ABS problem, or hydraulic leaks. Pulling to one side could be uneven pad wear or seized components, or fluid distribution issues. And online tutorials don't diagnose your vehicle. A trained technician definitely can. What professional brake service provides. When handled by an experienced brake technician, you get full brake system inspection, accurate diagnostics, high quality parts, proper fluid breeding and torque setting, road tested results, and peace of mind. Some automotive tasks allow for a bit of trial and error. Brakes aren't one of them. And bluntly, with today's vehicles, there's really not anything that's a trial and error kind of situation and scenario. I mean, you got computers attached to almost everything. Do you really want to go messing with a computer brake system, a computer anything? I mean, and if you're good at computers, does that mean that you're good at hydraulics and pneumatics and technicians are rocket scientists? Let them do their job. I mean, the bottom line, yeah, you can fix your brakes yourself, but if you value safety, reliability, and peace of mind, professional brake service is worth every penny. Your brakes are not the place to take chances. When it comes to your brakes, you're not just talking about you. And you may not be worried about, you. You might want to risk you. But that doesn't mean that you can risk all of the people around you. Drive safe and stay strong.